So, Bill, you're a sports aficionado and you're a basketball historian. And I know when LeBron James won his 4th championship and his 4th finals MVPs, he started to move on a lot of people's different lists. Where does your current top handful of players of all time now stand?
Well, I've adjusted a little. I have a Mount Goatmore because I think it's so hard to compare the guys against theirs. I still have Jordan as the best player I've ever seen. But I do think you can look at it generationally and you think like Russell's the best guy the first 25 years. Kareem's the best guy the next 15 years. MJ's the best guy the next 20 years, and then LeBron. And if you think about it that way, each guy dominated their era. I still feel like Jordan going 6-0 in the finals and just the peak that he hit where it just seemed like no matter who was on his team, who he was playing, he could beat anybody. The Last Dance kind of cemented that. But if LeBron's going to play until he's 42, 43, I mean, Jalen, you couldn't even play till you were 33. When did you retire? How old were you?
And you always retired 2 years before the league retired you. So it let me go at 34, but I was really done at like 31.
Right. The 2007 Suns, when they had the suspensions, James was like, hey, I'm right here.
Still didn't play. Little known fact. Bill Simmons more reliable from 15 feet than Jalen Rose. I've played with both of these human beings, and if I needed one person to hit one 15-footer, I'm giving it to Bill on the right side baseline over anything Jalen Rose from 15 feet and out. And that is a fact. I say that on wax, and I stand by it. Now, Bill, I made a mistake.
I love playing pickup basketball with both of you guys. Jalen, no matter what kind of shape he was in, could still do the back down a dude and just keep going left hand, right hand until he was next to the basket for a layup. And you're like, oh yeah, this guy's 6'8" and made $140 million playing basketball. Yeah, this is why.
Pretty good at basketball, that guy.
The last time an MVP, back-to-back regular season-wise, that left a team was LeBron James. And it's funny you brought up the conversation that we had when we looked at the Heat roster. Giannis Antetokounmpo is now entering that scenario, in my opinion, if they don't meet expectations. I believe if the Milwaukee Bucks don't make it to the finals and or win the championship, he may end up elsewhere, in particular Miami. What do you think happens to Giannis as the time passes?
Well, we're going to know, right, in the next month because he can sign the Supermax. And if he's like, hey, can we wait on that? Can we wait a year? Then he's leaving. If he's staying, he's signing the Supermax. I assume he's leaving, or at least keeping his options open, because the thing for me is Durant tore his Achilles, which is probably the worst injury you can have as a basketball player, and still signed a max deal a couple months later. So Giannis, barring like an absolutely huge tragedy, no matter what happens to him next season, he's still getting the max. You know, he's getting a lot of money and he can pick where he wants to live. And if he wants to go Dallas or Miami, no state taxes, get a little more from there. If I were him, I would go with Luka Doncic because I think Luka is going to be the next guy. To me, it's a no-brainer. I'm getting to Dallas. I am hitching my kite to Luka's right leg. Much like Jacoby and I always joke, Jalen always has a way of like, who's on the rise? I'm grabbing on. Like, oh, Maria Taylor, don't leave without me.
You got to catch the wave.
Yeah, and I think Giannis is looking at Luka like, hey man, if it's me and him, we're winning titles. We're not winning the title, we're winning titles. We're winning 4 to 5 titles. I think Luka's the next. I don't know if you guys agree, but I think he has a chance to be one of the best 6 or 7 players ever. He's already the best 21-year-old player ever, and you look at his stats, and it's like, if he can shoot 45% from 3 5 years from now, this is a guy who could be like 35, 10, and 10 every night. So if I'm Giannis, I'm going there, and I'm waiting.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.